because it is the end of week 1 for The Artist's Way book. I have been reading. Real quick backstory. I saw Doechii's Grammy speech. First of all, the Grammys was amazing this year. And I saw her speech and I thought it was beautiful. But more importantly, as I was scrolling down my timeline, I kept seeing her speech again and again and again and again, and it was paired with her old YouTube videos. And these YouTube videos, she was documenting her check-ins from reading The Artist's Way. Tears. I was in tears every time it came across my timeline because, I don't know, it's just something so beautiful about her story, her journey, who she is. And yeah, so anyways, I had this in my cart already. It was in my Amazon cart. And that was, though, the final piece to be like, okay, let me check it out. Let me go ahead and check this thing on out because I want to see what it's talking about. Everybody has physically, and that I've seen, told me like, oh, if you read it, it changes your life. And I'm like, okay, you know. But the Doechii thing was the last, that her acceptance speech was the last, you know, nugget for me. Anyways, so I read week 1. My thoughts so far, first of all, at the end of each week, you have to do a check-in. Some type of documentation to see how you're feeling, what's the vibes, what's it giving. And week 1 was good. Week 1 was good for me. I will say, I didn't think about how long 12 weeks was until the end of week 1. I didn't think about like, oh, that's 3 months. Like, oh, 3 months on a book is crazy to me. But I guess I did have to just jump into it because I would have never started it knowing that, like, consciously, oh, this is going to take me 3 months. However, in the book, in the first week at least, I made sure also that I didn't go and pre-watch all of Doechii's videos. I just watched her week 1 check-in. And if you want to go see it, I'll like put it below. In week 1, it talks about, it asks you like a list of questions at the end, or things to do. So like you'll journal every morning. And these are called morning pages, which I will say I already do some of the things that are in the book, but I just didn't understand why they made me feel better. So like I already journaled to some type of degree, but I didn't know like this was a thing that, you know. So anyways, it has you like journal 3 pages. It talks about taking like a 20-minute walk, which I do already. It talks a lot about affirmations. And other things. I will say the morning pages definitely helped me feel better. I feel like just I get all the noise out of my head before the day starts, which, like I said, I had already been journaling, but this was just another level because it was like 3 pages is a lot. Normally I just, you know, if I have to write a few sentences, I will, and then that's it. But 3 is crazy. So yeah. They are very helpful. The walks are helpful. It also talks about writing a letter to like someone you admire. It talks about writing a horror story to like someone who basically made a pivotal change in your life that wasn't for the better. And just it's a lot about acknowledging the past and what has already happened. Hey y'all, if y'all just tuning in, feel free to comment. Talking about The Artist's Way. If anybody's read this book, please tell me if it's worth it. Because we can stop now, you know. Ooh. I mean, anyways, so the morning pages is a thing. The walks are a thing. It also talks about going on an artist date. Now that's the only thing I didn't necessarily get to this week. But so the artist date is essentially like you write a list of careers that you would be for this week. You write a list of careers that you would be if you didn't do the thing that you're doing. So mine's, I put like, I would be a gymnast. I would be a potter. Like I would do pottery, or maybe, I don't know, play piano or something like that. Like I listed a couple of different things. And because it was Valentine's Day weekend, it was kind of like, I wanted to do a pottery class, But because it was Valentine's Day weekend, I didn't get to like have any slots. I don't know if that's an excuse for myself yet, but I'm gonna go on the artist date and do the things and then maybe talk about that more afterwards. However, the biggest thing I will say is these things called blurts and then the affirmations that go with them. So it tells you to kind of write down positive attributes about yourself and then write down the blurts or the bad things that come up when you think about, the positive things. And I was truly surprised at how awful I kind of talked to myself in my head. And then having to write them down and made them even louder. It was like, it talks also about like how saying the affirmations will feel dumb at first. And they do. Like, for me to be standing in the mirror telling myself, I am beautiful. I was like, oh, golly, like, what did I get myself into? However, it does talk about making them more authentic in a way. So like one of them I'll share because like one of my blurts would be time isn't on my side. I always feel rushed or behind. That's like a big theme. And then one of my affirmations for that would be like, God doesn't work on the scale of time. He works in sovereignty. He can slow down time. He can stop time. He can speed up time for me. He can recover all. And you're supposed to kind of like say this stuff to yourself during the week. Now I'm still in week 1. However, I can see how this could be beneficial. Like already I'm like, I see how this could lead to like more self-sufficient thinking, self-positive thinking. But like I said, still in just week 1. I'm gonna keep going today and tomorrow. I'll read week 2 and I'll check in with you guys. Again, let me know if you read the book, please. Forces you to go deep. Honestly, yes. Hey girl. It forces me to go deep, and it just also, it forces you to be vulnerable in ways that you may, I guess, not have, like conversations I wouldn't have had with myself about stuff that had happened in the past even. I'm like, I'm trying to forget that. So I'm definitely not trying to write it down or write it in a letter or anything like that. But like I said, I'll read week 2. I'm not sure if this is like a repetitive thing, meaning like they have the same things to do each week, or if they're different things. I just really don't want to read ahead because I'll stop if I read too far ahead. I don't know, it won't be pretty. So yeah, nonetheless, that's a wrap on week 1. I hope you guys have had a great week and a great day and a great Valentine's Day. Mine was so full of love. My best friend, quick blurb, my best friend, I woke up and she was downstairs with a bouquet of flowers because she's psycho and I love her. And then I had friends like come over and give me gifts. My friend came over and prayed for me today. My dad sent me perfume. My sister sent me a wig. Like, it was just so full of love. So yeah. Anyways, I know, so sweet. But anyways, happy Valentine's Day. And yeah, it truly is great. Yeah, that's it. That's all, child. Make sure you turn on your notifications because we're gonna see what this book is giving over the next couple of weeks. So yeah. Bye, y'all.